One. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the Countless Vlogcast. My name is Justin Rich. This is episode 28. My guest today is Tanari Ridley, an entrepreneur. I'm going to bring her on, talk about her business, her life as an entrepreneur, and her journey. All righty. All right, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So tell us a little about yourself, your name, your business, and a little about yourself.
Um, my name is Tanari Ridley, but most times because people can't pronounce my name, just call me Nani. Call me Nani. Um, Entrepreneur. I've been doing that for about maybe since I was 14.
Wow.
But yeah, and because it started out of my grandmother's house for the kids in the neighborhood, and it just took off from there. Um, my business is My Sweetest Alchemy Dessert Catering. I enjoy making desserts. I went to a technical school for culinary, and I guess desserts stuck with me more than food because we had to do projects, and even when it wasn't my group's turn to do projects, the other groups would call me in just to do their desserts alone.
Wow. So when did you realize you had this special talent for like desserts?
Well, I guess in the culinary class,
Mm-hmm.
and a little after that because they would call only me to come back to do desserts. Like they'll call me 2 or 3 days the day before. It's like, can you do our desserts for us? I'm like, um, okay, I guess. Sure.
So what was
They're
that
like, well,
moment? That moment like you became an entrepreneur of like dessert. You had your own business. What was that moment like?
it was great. That started in when I was, like I said, when I was 14. I started selling like little brownies and snacks outside of the out my grandmother's house just to make some money, to have money in my pocket and to help pay bills and stuff like that. And it just took off because once I sold the first pan, I almost wasn't able to keep up.
Wow. So what kind of dessert did you start off with? What was your specialty when you started off?
It was brownies, and it was different. I was jumping all over the place, but at that moment in time, it was brownies and my peanut butter brownies. Like it was so fast that it's like I couldn't get the pan out the oven fast enough.
That's amazing.
I had people knocking on my door at 2:00 in the morning about, can I have some brownies?
That's great though. Like that's when you have something really special. When you like people are just knocking on your door at 2 a.m. looking for brownies. Like that's like I get the sweet tooth, man. That's crazy.
And I'm looking at my watch. They're like, I know you're home, and I'm like, oh my god.
So like
morning.
So what did you want to expand to in the recent years? What you started with brownies and peanut butter brownies. What have you expanded to with your company and desserts?
Rum cakes. I did all kinds of cakes, but recently rum cakes has been the big pickup. Like a friend of mine, they usually get the rum cakes from their associate at work, but apparently they needed one last minute or something. So I said I can do it. I was testing the grounds, and ever since then, one lady bought 4, and they was done over the weekend. And I'm like, that's mighty fast for who eats a whole rum cake over the weekend.
That's how you know it's delicious. That's how you know it's delicious. It's just like this, like one taste, and it's like it's all gone.
and they was calling me. I was like, well, because I personally like feedback.
Yeah.
So I'll call and text them and like, well, since I know them already, I'm like, is it, was it good? How was it? Is there anything I need to improve on? They're like, no, it was perfect. It was just fine. I'm like, okay,
That's great.
okay.
So what's the process for you in terms of like making baking and like making desserts? Does people like order stuff, or you just make stuff and then people like go from there? How does that work?
Well, I started when I was just making stuff, but now I just how you put, I do it based on order because I've made stuff before and people didn't, and it was just somewhat wasted, as you would put it. And I'm not really big on wasting food. So
Nah, I can't wait. Especially sweets, dessert is like life. So
yeah, and I learned from the best. My most of my family is from the Georgia.
okay, so they got the sweet tooth, so really it's like. So you said the feedback's been good so far too. Like when you first started, I know people were knocking on your door too. But what's been like what's been like your best dessert selling besides the brownies?
Well, at the moment it's rum cakes, but it slowed down because of COVID.
Yeah.
People trying to be safe and stuff like that. But rum cakes was a hit. I was making those like 2 or 3 every week.
So just dive into that more. Like, what are some of the challenges you face like on a daily basis with like your desserts now? Like you said, the COVID now too. Like, have you done like any like deliveries, like pickups or anything like that, like baking and like people pick up curbside delivery?
Not recently. I've been it's, I guess promotion is a little hard, or as some people put, support.
Yeah.
You have a small circle that's in your support, but you try to branch out some. Like I've had the hardships where a lady, she came to me for, she wanted something for her birthday or whatever, and everything that she gave me, I gave her a price, and that she didn't agree with the price. I guess she was upset because she never hit me back up, to finalize anything. And I'm glad I didn't, go to try and buy, go pay for everything and get everything done, because she didn't want to hit me up. I guess she didn't like the prices. But whereas you go to somebody that's a big store, big companies or whatever, you're gonna what I charge, you're gonna pay like 3 times more than that, 2 or 3 times more than that.
Yeah, it's hard.
You have to understand. This is my business, and just because we are similar people, I'm not going to lower my price for you.
Yeah,
I have to make a living as well.
Yeah, that's one of like the taboo things in our community too. It's like black people think you're gonna get discount just because you know somebody, just because like the same like skin tone. People think you're gonna get discount, but like you said, it's like your business. You have to go to the store, get your supplies. You have to like go. You have to pay for internet for to promote yourself too. So it's tough,
And so it's hard. I know live up here compared to living in Georgia and living in Jersey, it's a lot harder up here. But I'm with the hard times because I know, one day I'm gonna get up there. I have a lot of projects that I have in mind. I'm not just leaving it to one thing that I want to do. Like baking, that's my sole passion. But I have other things that I want to do as well.
So, like, in terms of like your present goals with your business too, like, you have a website people can find you on and all that, or like, how are people find you?
I don't have a website yet because financially I'm still working on everything, and it's hard. And COVID didn't make it any easier, so I'm still working on that. I want a website, but I'm working on that. And but for now, it's through. I have a page on Facebook. I have a page on Instagram. Instagram is a lot more. People seem to be more on Instagram than Facebook. So I use that, and it's I get the best way I can. I do word of mouth. I made business cards. I pass those out when I make something. I attach my business card to them, or I just hand them out to people and stuff like that. But I get what I can when I can or whatever. I'm trying to upgrade my efforts on everything that I do so I can be a better baker and person for desserts. Because I don't always, like most people, they do like the strawberries and like the cheesecake and cake. But I do all types of desserts, and most people want cake and stuff like that. But I do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's great though, cause like a lot of people like different sweets, so it's like good to have that too. So like in terms of like do you post like photos and videos of your desserts to people who, like look at like what you like you created?
Uh-huh. They stuff that I create, I started with family, and family, they gonna love it regardless most times.
Yeah,
But
that's great.
I have orders. I learned how to ship some things.
Okay.
So like most times I make stuff, I have to freeze it to ship it to make sure it stays fresh or whatever.
So what's like the some of the safest stuff you could ship in terms of like if people want to like call you or text you, what's some of the safest stuff they can order and that's like shipped and they'll still be like good to eat?
Yeah, like I made my cousin, she lives in I forgot where she live at, but she lived a couple states over from here.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked for a certain type of cheesecake, and I was like, okay, I'll look into it, because she's from the South as well. And so I combined two different desserts together, cheesecake and pecan pie.
Wow, that sounds delicious, actually.
I don't like pecan pie, nor do I like cheesecake. But
you know,
she
sometimes
enjoyed.
entrepreneur, you got to do that stuff. You know, stuff you don't like, but you got to make it for the customer.
Oh, I know, most definitely, because I've made. I'm allergic to coconut, and a lot of people love coconut, and a lot of people love coconut. So I have to, suit up to do all of that, because me touching it is not working. So I have to suit up. Touching it, can't do it. And so it's like they're like, how do you know what it tastes like? Well, listen, I have to go based on what I know that, especially if it's coconut, I can't taste it. So I'm like, I'll make a small sample, and I have like my roommate, somebody taste it, or my mom taste it. Someone like, here, well, my mom can't eat it, so my roommate, I was like, can you taste this for me?
Yeah, that's great though, because it's like you gotta be safety first though too. It's like it's still make the customer happy while you your own safety too.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so because a lot of people I'm really big on when it comes to allergies and stuff, because some people don't care.
Yeah.
But I have somebody that I'm really close to, and she has like severe allergies to a lot of foods. So I have to take into consideration when I make stuff, or when people, because peanuts is a big allergy for people. Oh, my phone died.
Oops. I think we are having technical difficulties. All right, guys, it's been part 1 of the Countless Vlogcast. I'm going to bring on Tanari again for part 2. Stay tuned, guys.